Why do some people use older cameras, even 13-year-old cameras like this little guy? It's for the same reason people use camera classics like the Canon 5D, which I also own, or the Nikon D700, or the Leica M6, or M3, or M2, or any of these kind of classic cameras, right? This is my version. This is the original Canon EOS M, the first model that came out in 2012, and it's one of my favorite cameras of all time. Today I'm going to be talking about this camera not in terms of video, not in terms of the Magic Lantern software that you can add on to this and make it a really cinematic powerhouse. No, this is a photographic review saying that the original Canon M is still a photo masterpiece. It's still tough, it's still a great little camera, and I'm going to tell you all about why today. So a little backstory on how I ended up with this, and this is my original still Canon M, the original one that I bought back in 2012, 2013, and I bought it when Canon was having a fire sale on these things because they weren't selling very well. The original Canon M was not selling very well, and so they put a big sale on these with the included 22mm f2 Canon EOS M lens. And you got this, for very cheap. It was a couple of $100 and you could grab this off the Canon website. So I did, and I was using a Canon T1i, I think at the time. And I just took a chance on this because I wanted something small and portable, something I could throw into my front seat and carry it with me. And that's exactly what this camera has been ever since. It's my true everyday carry. Canon M has been my around town, go anywhere camera. I use it constantly. It's in my front seat of my car. It's always there with me. And I've taken it on tons of trips, stops while driving down the road, family outings and events, birthday parties. I've always appreciated its size, its toughness. It's really a solid camera. It's like a little brick. Its build quality. And I can even turn it on P mode and give it to my wife for, those birthday parties and family events and things like that. She's really appreciated its ease of use and portability. But last year it started to show its age just a little bit. The back button didn't work when you pressed up. It still works on down, but it doesn't work on up. And every once in a while it'll glitch out and won't show the back screen like I'd like it to. Over the years, as I've appreciated this M system, I built up quite the lens kit for it. I've invested in a lot of the M series lens, including the stellar 32mm, the macro lens, one of the zoom lenses, and then a couple of the Viltrox lenses that came out near the end of the M system's life. When the M started to show its age, I wanted to get something similar, still within the M system, same size, same kind of form factor. And so I invested in, at first, the Canon M200, but I wasn't a big fan of that one. So then I upgraded to the Canon M6, which was very comparable to the original M. It was tough. I loved all the manual dials on the top where I could dial in exposure compensation and aperture and things like that. And the grip on the front was really nice. But then I started to have problems with the Canon M6's shutter button where it would stick. And critically, it started to stick on a family vacation recently in Detroit. And so there I was on a family vacation without a workable camera. Luckily, I was able to solve that problem with a little bit of alcohol and a lot of frustration. But still, it made me appreciate the original Canon M in all of its toughness, and all these years later, that still works like it did the day I bought it. I treat this camera like a lot of the all-in-one cameras that are out still. You can buy a Fuji X100 series or a Leica Q2 or a Q3. This is how I treat the Canon M, as kind of an all-in-one form factor, kind of like a 35mm everyday carry camera. Now this camera is slow. It does not start up fast, it doesn't focus fast, and there's a little bit of shutter blackout when you do take the picture. But when you see the images out of this 22mm Canon EOS M lens, The images are incredible. It's got great sharpness. The 35mm field of view on this crop sensor camera is very flexible. You can take portraits, you can take landscapes. It's kind of an all-in-one little pancake beast, and I really love this lens. It's one of my favorites of all time. The rest of the lenses are great as well. They're affordable, the image quality really shines, and they're very small, and you can tuck them in a small camera bag and carry them wherever you go. I still treat the Canon M as my everyday carry. If the Canon M6 is my travel camera and my kind of more upgraded, more fancy, more up-to-date camera, the Canon M is still the one that I throw in wherever I go, into my backpack, into my car, and always have it with me. I carry a couple of batteries to keep it fresh, and this 22mm lens never leaves the front. I've taken this camera on all of the important trips, all of the important family memories, family events, walking around town. I still test it, I still play with it, I still use it all the time. And in fact, I recently took it to a steampunk event here in town where I did some shooting for the event organizers. And yes, I still took my Canon EOS M, and it worked great. It was still up to the task, still took great images, and it was small and portable and easy to carry. Now the video on this thing is meh. It's okay. It does take high definition 1080 video, but it's not great. You can't shoot log or anything like that. But again, you can grab Magic Lantern and install it on this camera, and then from all the reviews that I've seen, this becomes a real cinematic powerhouse. You can do lots of creative things, raw video, you know, all the video formats and codecs and things like that. But for just carrying this around and shooting video, I mean, it works great, but you won't want this for, as it is, as a video camera. Luckily, I've kept my original Canon EOS M all these years later, even with those upgrades, and I'm glad I did, because this thing still keeps on trucking along, it still takes great photos, it still works great, with a few caveats, like I said, the glitches, it's a little slow now, you know, those kind of things, but this thing still goes wherever I go. Eventually, and sadly, my little Canon M will break. You know, it's not going to last forever. No camera really is. And when that day comes, what am I going to do? Maybe I could replace it with another Canon M. I really like the white ones when they came out, and I was never able to find one. So maybe I could grab a white one. There's also the Canon M2, which was the successor to this one, which is just like the original Canon M. It's still got this original body design. It's very tough, very minimal. But they added a few more options, and the autofocus is a little bit quicker and those kind of things. So the Canon M2 is another, you know, option that I could look at if something ever happened to my beloved Canon M. Also, unfortunately, Canon discontinued the M system, so they don't make these cameras anymore. But again, on the used market, you can find these for a great price. You can find them in all kinds of conditions. And the lenses are very affordable as well. You can go to eBay or MPB or any of these kind of sites and grab Canon EF-M lenses, or the Viltrox equivalents, or even the Canon EF-M lens. They're very affordable, and they're great lenses. This 22mm lens is just astounding. So grab one, and even though this is a dead system, it's not got the latest and greatest with video capabilities or even speed or anything like that. It's still a great camera system that I love, even though it's no longer being supported. So I've upgraded to the Canon M6. That's going to be my travel camera, my kind of like pro and more updated camera, but I still love this thing. It's still one of my favorite cameras of all time, and until it totally dies, it's still going to be my everyday carry, my throw it in my front seat car and take it everywhere with me. This little bugger isn't leaving my side anytime soon.